decided to demo out version 1 of Barcable. With Barcable, you can automate your backend's load testing and integration testing. You can onboard your repos and rerun agents to analyze your service, identify traffic patterns, edge case scenarios, and create comprehensive load testing scenarios with special payloads to simulate all potential paths in your backend. This is the most powerful way to identify bottlenecks in your backend service and prevent features that might cause regressions. You can also A/B test loads across your branches to see what works and what doesn't work. So let's get started. So for today's example, I'm going to be using Daytona. Daytona is an AI sandbox platform that is pretty powerful, but it has a pretty complex backend. I want to get ahead and fork Daytona and also onboarded it on. But onboarding repos is super easy. All you need to do is go ahead and select onboard this repo. If it has a Docker file, we can go ahead and detect that and onboard it on. Let's go over to repositories. You could push multiple versions of the same repository to the Barcable cloud. Because of that, you could A/B test different branches to see which branch might have feature changes that might be a performance degradation and see why they could be a performance degradation. Okay, now let's go and explore tests. This is where the magic happens. Our agents go ahead and scour through your repo. We scan through specs, route files, unit tests, and anything that might be of relevance. From that, we generate payloads from these tests. This is super powerful. This simulates potentially all real paths that your backend might take. And it's covered pretty comprehensively. So you don't have to be worried about potential load that might hit an uncertain path that might end up costing you. So let's generate these tests. So Daytona is a pretty big project, so I'm going to guess we're going to generate around 200 scenarios. Keep in mind, you can enable this to be executed every single time you have a feature change or you want to merge in a branch. It's fully customizable. You can have this kick in when you want, whenever you want. And the cool thing is, we generate new tests based on your feature spec change. We analyze your PR diff, identify the blast radius, and look at what your changes are contextually. And voila, a load test is generated for you. 380 tests. Okay, we're not going to be able to run 380 tests in this demo. So let's delete most of these and only choose a couple. I want to choose this one, concurrent writes. Let's go with this one too. And how about this one? Let's go with 3. Okay, now let's head over to our dashboard and run our tests. Daytona is already deployed to the Barcable cloud, so we maintain the actual testing infrastructure. So let's run these tests. The cool thing about Barcable is that this whole process could be automated with your CI/CD pipeline. Anytime you do a feature change, we kick in, and our agent goes and automatically writes new tests for you on top of your existing tests. That way, all your scenarios are covered as you make these changes. We maintain the whole lifecycle from load and integration testing scenarios to the infrastructure needed to simulate these. So engineers don't have to go ahead and write these tests each time. Okay, here it is. For all these potential API costs, for the main branch of Daytona, these are the requests, the average response, all sorts of different metrics, iterations, and the data. With this, you can make judgment calls. Also, trace through paths to see what works, what doesn't work, what broke at scale, what didn't break at scale, what improved, and what just went to poop. All right, there you go. We're just going to keep shipping new features. We're going to keep killing it. This is the biggest problem when it comes to building in backend and microservices. So we're here to solve it. Thank you.